What it is, what it is, what it is, y'all. It's your boy Norbs, and this is the 10-8 podcast. We are live. Listen, I don't know why my thing is not playing. There it is. There it is. Sorry about that, guys. Big news coming out of boxing. I know there was fights this weekend. There's a million recaps, but I'm not here to do these recaps. I'm here to keep it and give you guys some interesting concepts and things that are going on. Recently, top ranks of CEO or whatnot, Bob ARUM, comes out and says that they are joining PBC. Oh, actually, they're joining forces with PBC. And I feel like it just like swept under the rug to combat everything that's going on with Dana White and TURKI ALASIKH. But he also said something very interesting that I definitely want to address after this. Hold on. After this. Yo, let me introduce my co-host for the day, the handsome, the very, I always like to have a handsome or pretty face, on my show, to sell tickets and stuff. My man, Cano Loco, what's good, brother?
Hey, man, what's going on, Norris, man? It's been a while, man. Shit, we go way back like 4 flats and shit, man.
That's
it's been a while, but it's good to, be able to chop it up with you, man, and one more again. You know what I mean? One more.
Yeah, man. I gotta get to your show, man. It's driving me crazy. You do it at a time I can't do it, but I wish you would have hit me this morning. But it is what it is. But there's been a lot of things going on. I mean, there was fights this weekend. I didn't get to watch the goddamn fights. I'm not even gonna say and lie to you. I know you gave a recap of it. What did you feel about the events of this weekend before we get into the show?
I thought they were pretty good, man. I mean, Michaela Mayer got the unanimous decision. She made it clear that she was victorious this time around. There's no question about it. I like the Shushu Carrington show that he put out there. He called out all the damn champions at 126. Oscar Collazo and Pupilo, Puerto Rican zone. I think he's the face of Puerto Rican boxing, not these other names that everybody keeps naming.
Excuse me, keep going.
Bro. No, bro. This dude is a unified champ. I'm talking about men's wise.
Okay.
Men's wise, man. Amanda is Amanda. You know what I'm saying? She's gonna be who she is. She's iconic and all that. But I'm speaking strictly on males because everybody wants to name the Matiases of the world, the Berlangas of the world, the Xander Zayas of the world. And while they are Puerto Rican fighters and they're doing their thing on their own respective divisions, Oscar Collazo, unified a title, man. He's like pound for pound kind of talent, man. And just because he's at 105 pounds is the reason a lot of people don't talk to him about him a lot. Yeah. And I think it's a shame. But it's
and to your point, he's the second Puerto Rican to ever unify. That's big. And we've had a lot of great Puerto Rican champions out there. You know what I mean? To your point.
And the reason I say no Xander, Jay Will, is because Xander ain't done nothing yet. He hasn't won a title. No. It's not a hateful comment. It's what I'm talking about is strictly Puerto Ricans, because Puerto Ricans are real proud and they always want the next one up. And here's Oscar Collazo, who won the title at a very young age, actually, by the way. Very few fights has unified, is showing you pound for pound talent, and at a weight division where you usually don't get stoppages, he's stopping everybody. He's just running through them, man. I just believe he needs to get his credit, man, where credit is due.
It's the fact that those light divisions, though, too. Outside of BAM or anyway, right? I mean, there's not a lot of star power in those lower weight classes. And it's unfortunate. Like the star power or the big fights start like at 130 and up. You know what I mean? 135, 140. And it's unfortunate that these guys get overlooked. And, it sucks. I'm going to be real with you, but it's just how boxing's always been. I'm assuming, right? You know what I mean? But
I get what Jay Will is saying. I get him. Worldwide, I understand it. He's at 105. He's not going to get that love. But Puerto Rico are some very proud people, and they watch everything in boxing.
Yeah.
So when I'm speaking about him being the face of Puerto Rican boxing, I'm strictly speaking about Puerto Rico. Everybody in Puerto Rico knows him.
Yeah.
You know, but the reason I'm here to say it is so the masses can understand what Puerto Rico's looking at. So when y'all are mentioning people like Xander and stuff like that, and by the way, Norbs,
yeah,
you know, I got to clear something up, man, because, you know, you told a bold-faced lie to inside the ring with Christine when you said, I said Berlanga's up next. I ain't never in my life said that.
You said it was years ago. I wish I would have kept it. You did say that.
Oh man, okay. See, the Berlanga. Let me go ahead and address that, okay?
All right, please do.
Because a lot happened, okay. When Berlanga first came in the game, I knew him to be a boxer. You live in New York, right?
Yep.
There's a guy by the name of Eric Roman Sr. He trains over there. He trained Berlanga when he was in his younger days and stuff like that. Berlanga was never a knockout artist back then. He was a boxer. And when he went away from the trainers that he had and went to Rozier, all of a sudden he was just knocking people out and he got enamored with it. And I felt that was a huge mistake of him doing that. And I felt for him to be next, he would have to go back to his boxing roots. And he did change trainers and came back down to Tampa with Mark Ferret, who's the original one that had him training as a boxer. So I'm seeing glimpses of him going back to that boxing route again, but it's not quite there like it was before, Norbs. And I don't know if it's ever going to be back there again. You know, I coincidentally, man, when I was at the Ammo Williams fight card, and that day before the fight card started, man, I was at the bar with the WBO president, Cheito Roman, who's the 147, one of the 147, the guy that beat Jaleel Hackett. I was there with some trainers and some managers, and Edgar Berlanga's father walked up to the table that I was sitting at with all these folks, man. And he said, man, you can't be talking bad about my son. And I'm like, I'm not shitting on him. I'm telling the truth.
Yeah.
If there's criticism to be said, I'm gonna say the criticism. If he does something right, I'll say that. I'm not gonna change my opinion because we're in person and all of a sudden you walked up to the table I was in peacefully. No. So that's where I'm at with it. I still like him.
No, listen, to your point, I get the same criticism. I know a lot of the people in this corner, they hit me up all the time. They call me a hater. But to be honest with you, you bring up a good point. He got in love with the knockout, and that's what really got his name up, though. So it's kind of like it's like a double-edged sword with him. People want to see him KO people. It's like Gervonta. Gervonta's just boxing people's socks off. Some people are kind of like, we want to see the knockouts, and that's what Berlanga got known for. He got stuck with it, and I don't think he's ever going to get out of that. And to your point, that's going to lead to the lack of success. I don't think he beats anybody at the current style that he has at 168. And Conor, you said it absolutely right, bro. Like, it's not a style that fits him. It just isn't. You know what I mean? And I think he's going to be in a lot of trouble coming up.
Jose Roman is the guy. We call him Cheito Roman. I'm Puerto Rican, trust me. Trust me, man. I know exactly who it is.
I think it's Eric. I think his name is Eric, the trainer. I think it's Eric Roman. He follows me on Instagram. I think that's. I don't think it's Jose. I think it's Eric.
Oh, no. Jose Roman is the guy that beat Hackett. That's Cheito Roman. We call him Cheito.
Okay.
We call him Cheito in Puerto Rico. So I know who it is. Trust me, man. I mean,
no. Listen, Gano is one of the most knowledgeable people I know in the sport, and especially in his media outlet. But boxing is definitely outside of Edgar, because we don't know what he's got planned coming up. There's rumors doing whatever. A lot of things have transpired in boxing that have kind of shifted, how boxing is going to be rolling now. Like, let's start from the beginning. TURKI ALASIKH hits the scene. Everybody sees a paycheck. Everybody files suits. They don't want to lose money anymore. Top Rank, PBC, Matchroom. Everybody starts rolling with TURKI ALASIKH. TURKI ALASIKH's paying for everything. He's losing money. I keep telling people, like, nobody, I don't care how much money you have, likes to lose money, right? All of the promoters get comfortable. He gets all of the contacts he needs. He gets all of the big fights that he needs. And then he turns around and signs the Dana White deal, which a lot of people, Oscar De La Hoya, Eddie Hearn, have made comments about it. Oscar wasn't very happy, things of that nature. And now Bob Arum just recently released this, and I need you to check this out because I thought it was really interesting yesterday.
Kind of thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So,
wait, hold on. Let me add that back. Sorry about that, guys. Still working on this damn thing. Sorry about that, guys. Hold on. What's it to be added back? Why isn't it playing?
But as far as Hank Davis is concerned, I think that more and more we're talking with PBC, and we'll be making fights with them.
Is part of TURKI, ALASIKH, and the new, is part of that prompting you guys to work together more when in the past you may not have?
That is correct.
Okay. So that's competition in the marketplace is a good thing, kind of thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So we see that. I'm sorry about that. Sorry about that, guy. Did you see the video that is played?
Yeah, I did.
So he comes out, Bob Arum comes out and says that they'll be joining forces in a sense with PBC to basically offset what's transpiring with Dana White and TURKI, ALASIKH, and TKO Productions and promotions or whatever. Now, it's interesting because boxing right now, Al Heyman his PBC has lost money. All these guys have lost money. They rely. Only one that hasn't relied on TURKI, ALASIKH has been PBC, right? But Al Heyman did not want to pay. I think it was Canelo for when they wanted from Anguilla back then, whatever. It's always been financials, right? Now that the cash cow is out the equation, these guys are kind of scrambling and now seemingly joining forces. What did you take about his comments in that regard?
I mean, competition's out there. You got to step to the plate, man. It kind of forced their hands, even though I don't like TURKI, ALASIKH. I don't like what he's doing for boxing, but in a funny way, man, he's making some of these other promotional companies, man, step to the plate, man, and do a little bit better, and making these fights and stuff. But the reason I don't like the TURKI situation is because and forget about the TKO, because that's going to be more for like people that are, coming up, because you see the pay scale for that. Nobody's really, no big names are going to really be over there messing with that. That's one. So we ain't got to really worry about that. Did you see the pay scale?
Okay, so no. I the pay scale is a little different. Shout out to Jay Will for the donation. I seen the pay scale, but remember this: that's for everyone else in a sense. Remember, and I'm gonna break this down. This is the 40 laws, or what is it? 48 laws of power, right? In a sense, right? Or whatever. This is the business thing. He gets in the game, he gets in good with all the promoters, but what does he also do? He gets in good with all the fighters. So he takes Shakur off the table. He takes all the big fights out of the table. He goes and locks in Canelo Alvarez, who was the biggest competition in the UFC, takes him off the board, right? Those guys are taken care of. Those guys, whatever. It's for everyone else in boxing. And then you got to think about it. Most boxers are getting paid in that scale range, regardless. They're not stupid. So it kind of forces. So I get what you're saying with the pay scale, but he's already taken all these big guys off the board. They're not going to be boxing forever. This is more of a futuristic move. Now, in the regard of these promotional companies, now they're scrambling because now they don't hold the leverage. Remember, at one point he was trying to buy them out. He was trying to buy all the entities in order to bring them in. They didn't do that. They didn't comply. They wanted more money. So what happens? He goes and signs with Dana White. Why? People ask. He was losing money. Dana White has an organization that he's been running since 1992 that's never in the red. Never. They have events every week. They just had that big deal with TKO, right? Which is connected to UFC and WWE, and now they got that big deal on Netflix. So it's a scary situation because if you think about it, listen, Top Rank lost ESPN, so where they're going to broadcast their fights, right? So it's what TURKI, ALASIKH has done is crazy. Like these guys have to all kind of combine like Voltron in order to compete at this point. This is a big thing, Bacano. I feel like a lot of people aren't understanding what's going on. I mean, what do you think about that?
Man, I'm kind of wondering where Top Rank is going to go because they steady keep signing fighters.
Yeah.
I'm seeing every time I see a post, they sign such and such. They sign such as I'm like, bro, they haven't even told us where they're going to land at yet. And they're signing all these fighters. They know something that we don't know. They already have something planned. I'm almost thinking, and it might sound crazy, but man, could it be that they might end up on the DAZN app?
I mean, they could, but then you got to think about this for a second. This is another thing with the zone, right? The zone was relying heavily on Turkey's fights. Let's be real. Right? Yeah. Now think about it. Now think, Carlos, check this out. Netflix just had an event that had over 70 million viewers. 70 million viewers, right? TKO MVP, they brought that to the situation, and now they're saying that Canelo and Terrence Crawford is probably going to be on Netflix. So now Netflix has entered the building. They're a lot bigger than the zone. Is the zone going to be around long enough? Like, listen, this takeover that Turkey ALASIKH has done is absolutely crazy. He's covered all corners, pretty much. I wouldn't be surprised if he goes and purchases them. If he says, you know what, I'm going to take the zone. You know what I'm saying? More people got Netflix in this world than the zone. These are facts, right? Netflix doesn't care about charging for pay-per-views. They just want the viewership. You've seen what they did with Mike Tyson and them. So, and they're paying. They're paying. And this is, I mean, the game is changing right in front of our face rapidly, and this is why these guys are scrambling. I think the key thing that he said that everybody's missing is Gervonta, right? Gervonta Davis is the only superstar, the biggest American superstar, period, that has not went and kissed the ring with Turkey ALASIKH. So they actually need him even more. If Gervonta Davis is not successful against Lamont Roach in part 2, and he loses bad and he does end up retiring, this whole group or this whole getting together might be over. Just being real with you. I mean, you got to think about it. Who else pushes the needle outside of a Canelo? It's Gervonta. He's the only missing piece. And I feel like this is big, kind of like, period, for boxing. We may see a whole nother wave of how things are going to be running. I don't know if you're going to see the zone anymore.
Man, well, I tell you what, the only thing I don't like about Turkey, man, is that if you don't want to take, like he did with Bivol. You understand the way he did him? He gave him that ultimatum because yeah. That whole situation, I'm like, man, he just fought for you twice, man. He's a undisputed champion. Can't he have at least an option to fight Benavidez? Why are you giving him an ultimatum, bro? And that to me is a red flag, man. Because if that's gonna be the precedent he's gonna set, a lot of these fighters are gonna be like, man, some of them ain't gonna bend for that.
No, absolutely. And listen, it's like it's get down or lay down in a sense. And
right,
it's unfortunate that this is what it is right now. But these guys are running out of options. Benavidez, listen, Bivol, right?
I don't think he's gonna keep paying that kind of money, though.
I agree with you. I don't think so either. But that's why you take all the major players off the board now. And listen, Bivol's not going to fight forever. Canelo's going to retire. Gervonta wants to retire. You move those three pieces, you still got only what, Ryan Garcia? You're literally still controlling the game.
I don't even count.
This isn't the NBA or the NFL where you got Brady, Mahomes, you have revenue sharing. This is kind of the Wild Wild West, and he's kind of taming it at this point. You know what I'm saying? He's actually literally taming what we're seeing today, and that's why you bring in Dana White. Listen, think about it. UFC's $1 billion corporation, and they're barely paying. You feel me? And they're still operational. He's looking at this Turkey as the future. He's like, look, we could take this sport over. We can make millions, right? And then think about it. You watch the NFL, right? What do they make money off of? TV right deals. What is Netflix? That's what Netflix is. Netflix is going to give them like a deal. That's what they're trying to get to, where everything is going to be there. They're getting into the live. They just got it. If I'm not mistaken, they're trying to get a day in the NFL. I think it's Wednesdays. They're going to do Wednesday Night Football on Netflix. So they're getting into live action sports. And boxing is the Wild Wild West. But if you eliminate all the major players, guess what? You just monopolize it just the same way the NFL did, the same way Major League Baseball is done, the same way hockey is done. I mean, this is major, and I think that this is why you're going to see this, and especially if Gervonta Davis is not successful in these next couple fights, it's going to happen. It's going to come a lot faster, huh?
That's the bad part too, because I don't think Gervonta is going to win the rematch.
Yeah, and this is what I'm saying. Boxing, how we watch boxing in the 90s and whatnot, it's going to change. Remember, it was HBO, Showtime boxing, right? It was ESPN, Friday Night Fights. You know, we had all the major promotional companies, Top Rank. We had Don King. All of that is looking like it's about to be eliminated. And where do you go as Bob Arum? I think eventually, and this is just my opinion, I think they're all going to succumb to Turkey ALASIKH, and pretty much at that point, just, sell out. Just being real with you. He bought Ring Magazine. I mean, think about it. Give me the 5 superstars in boxing right now.
$750 is the top pay they got for the TKO champion. Yes.
Yep. Yeah.
The top 5?
Yeah, think about it.
Top 5 superstars or the top 5 fighters?
Top 5, no. Forget about the top 5 fighters, because that's different. There's fighters that are great that aren't a draw. This is business. So let's talk about top 5 draws, right? Canelo, right? He's number 1.
Canelo,
outside heavyweight, right? Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua's another one, right?
I don't know. I don't know if he is anymore. He
was. The UK. Tyson Fury, still, right? That's
retired.
Gervonta Davis, Ryan Garcia, right? Let's say those 5, right?
I don't think Ryan Garcia, he don't sell.
He's one of the bigger names, one of the bigger sellers.
But he's not selling like he's got a lot of following in Instagram, but he's not selling out fights, bro.
Okay, but think about this. He's one of the guys that they look at as one of the money guys. Right? Let's take Ryan Garcia out. Who else?
Inoue?
And guess where Inoue's going now?
Yeah.
So 5 guys we just named. 4 of them are under Turkey ALASIKH right now. Shakur Stevenson, one of the people that view as the future, became a free agent. Where did he go? Turkey ALASIKH. Right? Now think about this for a second. What let's say Gervonta is successful in beating Roach, right? Let's say he goes and knocks him out. What is the fight everybody wants to see?
Him and Shakur.
And where's Shakur?
Over there.
I mean, bro, he's literally cornered every move, bro. Like, it's crazy. Benavidez doesn't want to take what he does, right? Turkey ALASIKH basically says, hey, go fuck yourself. I don't care. Go do whatever you want. Now Benavidez can't get a fight. Now he wanted to fight Callum Smith. Is that on the table anymore? So, like, it's already kind of happening as we're viewing it. And people are saying, Benavidez is outpricing himself. Benavidez is trying to get the most, just like everybody else, just like Terence Crawford did. But now it's a different game. Another thing I want to point out, right? Remember the last fight, right? What was it? The last Riyadh season. It was a 25,000 seat arena, right? What did it end up being? A 6,000 fight arena. They switched.
6,000, yeah.
Yeah.
Why? Why did they do that?
Why? But they didn't sell tickets, right? They didn't sell tickets. But how many people did it? There's rumors that guys didn't even get paid. Everybody else got sick. Bro, it's happening right in front of our face, man. And it's kind of crazy because it's literally going to be on Gervonta's back right now. PBC and Al Heyman. And it's a good thing for Gervonta because they're going to have to pay him whatever he wants at this point. He is the guy right now. Is the only guy that can offset anything. He's the only guy.
PBC and Bob Arum, because he's admitting he's going to have to cough up now too.
Yeah, I mean, even Oscar. Oscar's not happy. You think Oscar wants to work with Dana White? You might see them all come together. Period. I mean, Oscar got the probably the biggest female upcomer, which is Gabriela Fondoris. He has Virgil Ortiz. But this guy's pretty much clean sweeping, and everybody wants to get paid by Turkey, who's been making it.
Hey. Also, the weapon too, that Charles Conwell. That dude right there is nasty, boy. Nasty.
Yeah. I mean, but is he as popular as these other names? So
no, not yet.
Yeah. And this is what we're saying. Like it's just gonna be an interesting chess game. These guys are gonna have to start overpaying some of these guys because they're gonna be. Listen, we have a little more money over here. Listen, guys, the pay scale is what they want to have out there, right? They want people to know that, but a lot of people don't realize some boxers are getting paid like $2,000-$3,000 to fight. I know a champion that got offered $30,000 to defend their belt. I don't know, $30,000 to defend your belt?
Where? Who?
One of the female champions. She got offered
female. Yeah, I was about to say, not no male.
No, but even a lot of these males aren't seeing that type of money. What did Tia Female say? The highest he's ever been paid is $850,000. That's crazy.
He's lying. He's got $1 million. He's lying.
That's what he's whatever.
He might have took that home. He might have took that home after taxes, after sanctioning fees, after paying his team. But
the key is the pay is not that much different. If you're Canelo's different, but if you're pretty much coming up, it's not that far off, bro. It really isn't. If you're Boots, you think Boots is seeing $2 million a fight?
He's getting at least $1 million.
Okay, let's say $250,000 off. It's not that big of a difference.
$250,000 is a lot of money.
I know that, but they can make that up if they want to get Boots. They can give Boots. It's not set in stone. You know what I'm saying?
The thing that everybody's not really thinking about is, and I could be wrong. This is just an opinion that I have. My analyzing this situation because he's lost money. Turkey has lost money. I don't care what nobody says.
Oh, he's lost a lot
of money, man. Yeah. I think he's losing this money on purpose to do a power play. Once he gets control of everything, he's going to choke him out. He's not going to pay him what he's going to be. Bro, it's going to be peanuts.
There's only one reason you bring in Dana White. Who's the master of this? He's been doing it since 1992. What year are we in right now? Has he ever lost a network deal? He's still rocking on ESPN. He has events damn near every week, right? I mean, listen, you're 100% right. And boxing, as we know it, in the next 5 years, maybe under the thumb of Dana White and Turkey ALASIKH. People, you know how upset boxing promoters were? What do they keep saying? He doesn't know boxing. He doesn't know boxing. He doesn't know this.
Business.
And that's what boxing is. And I feel like, it's gonna be crazy moving forward, man. Like, I'm not gonna front, man. I really don't see. I think these promotional companies are gonna end up being like franchises from here on out. They're gonna work for Turkey ALASIKH, building up talent, getting a paycheck. That's what they were doing, bro. Think about it. When did Turkey ALASIKH come in? What, 2-3 years ago?
Something like that.
What major fight doesn't he have under his belt that he didn't pay for outside of a Gervonta fight? And Gervonta doesn't fight mega fights. You don't fight nobody big.
That's his downfall right there too.
I mean, think about it. And if you take everybody off the board, you still got to come back to Turkey. If you want Shakur, got to fight Turkey. I mean, you gotta go with Turkey.
I hate to go off topic, man, but that's the reason why I get mad at people like Tank, man, not taking the big fights because you go in there fighting a Lamont Roach and then this result happens. You just messing up your own money now.
Yeah.
When you could have cashed out bigger, that's why I hate that, man. I'm like, bro, these fighters need to start fighting each other, man.
No, but it's not off topic because you're right. You have to hate that about Tank, and it messes everything up for everybody else, especially a guy that we don't even know if he's going to come back after this year. What did he say? It's 3 fights and I'm out. You know what I'm saying? He never cared about legacy. He said he doesn't care about legacy. He just wants to get.
He was about to retire.
Yeah,
his next fight was going to be Jake Paul. Think about that.
Cano, this is who they're relying on right now. Yeah. Jake Paul, listen. Boxing is in trouble, man, especially if they're going on the back of Gervonta. He was going to fight Jake Paul. He didn't want to fight. And listen, I know people complain about the Jake Paul and Canelo stuff. Canelo's at least fought people. This guy has not. I mean, he's just turning 30. It's like 30, 31.
Well, to be honest, Canelo would have made more sense to fight Jake Paul.
Absolutely.
They're at least close in weight. Tank is like a little kid next to him. That makes absolutely no sense. But it's obviously a money grab.
But yeah, 100%. But it also shows you where his head is at. He doesn't care. Bro, after the fight, think about this for a second with Gervonta, right? After the fight with Lamont Roach, most boxers that want to be great would have said, run that shit right back. I'm not eating this draw. What was his words? Well, you know, this might be one of the 4 fights that I'm going to have maybe towards the end. These are his words, not mine. Think about it. He turned around and actually said that, Connor. Yeah. This is not us saying it. This is him. He had no desire. He had no desire to get back that win. And this is who they're relying on right now. They're saying, oh, it's all on Tank. You heard Bob. You know, it's all on Tank. You got to talk to Tank. Tank doesn't want to be great.
So it's going down the drain if it's up to Tank. Because shit, that motherfucker, he ain't acting interested in nothing.
Bro, when you bring up Shakur, what does he say? Why
he done nothing?
Why Shakur? And Shakur's the biggest paycheck he could get right now. Lamont is going to be a big rematch, but Shakur's the one.
What's crazy about that? He's talking about what has Shakur done, but he's a multi-division champion. He's done more than what Pitbull has done at that time he fought Pitbull. Yeah. He's done more than what Lamont Roach has done. I mean, like, what are you talking about? Why are you? That's not a good enough excuse when you look at the resumes.
He's done more than what Gervonta has done. How about that?
Yes.
I mean, he's beaten one champion, which was what's his name? The Puerto Rican dude.
Jose Pedraza.
That's it. And that was in 2017, I think, if I'm not mistaken.
That's crazy, man.
It's absolutely absurd.
When I hear him say that shit, what has Shakur done? I'm like, bro, this man just really don't. I don't believe he thinks he could beat Shakur. That's what that tells me.
I'm with you. Think about this for a second. I said this during the fight when he took the knee, right? And people were like, oh, he had something in his eye. He never had anything in his eye. He was getting rocked. He was getting caught, and he needed to break the momentum. So he didn't know what to do. If you look at him, he looks to the side. He doesn't even know what he's going to do. He just hops on a knee, and it's like, I hope somebody comes and saves me because I don't know what to do. And that's what he did, bro.
Norbs. If he had something in his eye, why did the towel go right here and then?
Bro,
I didn't see him wipe his eyes.
He had nothing in his eye, bro.
Did you see the same thing I saw? Because I
saw everything. Yeah, I'm with you.
Well, if you had something in your eyes, why didn't the towel go in here?
This is what I'm saying, Connor. This is the guy they're relying on to save PBC and Top Rank. The guy that doesn't want to fight.
That's like, bro, crazy.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
It's okay to be a fan of a fighter, but man, a lot of these Tank fans are lying about this guy, man. The video proof is in our face.
Yeah, bro.
We saw the fight. Come on, man.
Get the video. Let's look at the whole process of it. Okay. He goes to a knee, which everybody in the world knows is an automatic knockdown. The referee begins the count, right? He begins the count. Looks at Gervonta, watches him go to the corner, get his face wiped, which is an automatic disqualification. Doesn't disqualify him, right? Comes back and he tells him, oh, nah, there was something in my eye. Tank, don't do that because then it looks like a knockdown. But not only that, Connor, where does it go? To the instant replay booth. And they don't even overturn it. It just shows corruption in boxing. I'm sorry. I think there are mistakes, right, in boxing. But there's also flat, clear-cut rules. And those rules were not followed. Like, it was crazy.
Money, the ticket, the money. They didn't want to lose the money, the cash cow for them. That's why they let that shit go by.
Nah, it was crazy. It was crazy.
Yeah, you had somebody passing the vacuum over there, ain't they?
No, my sprinklers just went off. I just realized it. I didn't even know the time it was up. But, I mean, it's kind of crazy when you really think of it. And think about it. Then it goes to the New York State Athletic Commission again. Yeah. And what do? Well,
they leave it alone.
We're going to leave it alone. We're going to go right to the rematch.
Money, man.
We're not even going to suspend the referee. We're not going to do that. We're not going to suspend the referee. We're not going to go and suspend a replay guy. But these are, and listen, whether you hate or love Dana White, right? He doesn't have these things happen. He holds people accountable, even with the steroids. Ryan Garcia. I mean, guys, he popped dirty. He popped dirty and nobody's talking about it. Whether you like Devin Haney or not, he did. I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying?
Speaking of that, man. Speaking of that, that's why he didn't want to fight Devin over there with Turkey, because he said he's not going to win a decision.
Yeah.
Oh, so you like it when you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know that you're
I'm smart.
protected.
Yeah.
You're protected. That's what you really admit, that you're protected.
These are all
protected.
The crazy shit is, people would think you're making this shit up. He actually has said this.
Yeah.
These are Gervonta's words, bro. I couldn't win a decision over there. I don't have my people right here in the pocket.
Right.
Bro, it's absolutely absurd when you really think about it. Like, it's crazy right now. It's crazy. Hold up. My man Calvin Lincoln says, good show, commentary, color, conversation from both of you. Jake Paul signing Bumgarner could be a big deal. It seems like women boxing is on the come up. What do you think about that?
Bro, Jake Paul, what Turkey's doing with the male boxing is what Jake Paul is doing with the female boxing. Only he's doing it a lot better because he's not giving them these ultimatums and all this other crazy stuff. He signed more than just Baumgartner. He signed a bunch of female fighters just this last week, man.
Well, top prospects. Yep.
Top prospects, yes.
Yep.
Hey, I mean, you got Amanda and you got
Baumgartner. Yep.
Baumgartner, dude. I think I don't know, man. He needs to get Crystal Rosado. Is what he needs to do. That should be his next priority, man.
Isn't she signed to Amanda though?
She's assigned to Amanda. Yeah,
he got her. He has her.
The reason I say that is because I believe that she's gonna. Now it's gonna be hard shoes to fill, Norbs, and it's gonna sound crazy, but I don't mean fill them the way Amanda did. But she's gonna be the next one to be able to fill her shoes to an extent.
Yeah,
to me, that she's the next best Puerto Rican fighter that I believe, as female wise.
I like Leanna Cruz too. Isn't Leanna Cruz? I like Leanna Cruz too from Philadelphia. She's fired too.
And Kiria Tapia. That could be another one.
Bro,
Tapia.
Have you think about this a second? I love what you brought up with the women, right? Have we seen this many big women fights ever in boxing history? It's kind of crazy.
Not till now.
And a lot of that, and people want to hate on Jake. But Jake has his hands in the shit, bro. Amanda was getting paid, I think it was like $40,000, $50,000 a fight. Bro, her last fight was $14 million a joint purse. What do you think this one's going to be? About 20, 25?
Probably. Although I don't agree with this trilogy. I really don't.
I mean, I'm with you, right? But still, it's still it's going to be one of the biggest fights and probably the fight of the year again.
Yeah. And just to clear something up, because a lot of people, were saying, oh, man, Amanda's taking this trilogy and she's going to retire. No. Jordan Maldonado already confirmed to me that, they're going to continue to fight after this trilogy. So that's not.
I think she's going to fight. I think she's going to retire in Puerto Rico. I don't think when you see her fight in Puerto Rico, that's the thing. I mean, you got to look at it too, man. Like, women's boxing is and again, who has their hands in an MVP? Who's MVP got the big deal with? TKO. Netflix. I mean, the wave of the future is the ladies right now. There's a lot of big women in boxing right now. It's crazy with Baumgartner, Clarissa.
Man, it would have been nice. It would have been nice if they would have picked up Tierra Brown. That would have been nice, man. I would have loved that for her, man. I really would have loved that for her, man. I believe she's very deserving, man. She's been shitted on so many years, man. She needs to catch a break. I know she won the title, so she got rid of Sky Nicholson and all that. But I'm talking about a break, like a money break. You know what I'm saying? A money fight.
It's headed in that direction, bro. There's too many females. From my favorite is Gabriela Fundora. That's my favorite. Period. I love Gabriela. There's just too many. It's almost like the female stars are starting to catch up to the males in a sense, like just star power wise. I mean, and Amanda's one, Clarissa, Alicia. It's a lot going on, man. And now it's a lot of good-looking females too. That adds to it. You know what I'm saying? And you gotta think about it too. They're taking off of. Remember when WWE used to do it, right? And people looked at female wrestling like it was crazy. Then all of a sudden, remember Glow Wrestling, right? That shit went out of business. WWE ends up taking more females, and now they have as many female superstars as males. It's crazy. They're kind of molding it the same way. And like I said, boxing is changing, man. It's really, really changing. Now, if you think it's for the better, there's positives with the males. There's a lot of positives with the females. You know what I mean? Boxing as a whole is not the same when we watch De La Hoya and Trinidad fight. You know what I'm saying?
I think Jake Paul did it better than Turkey. I think he's doing it the better route.
I mean, yeah. And listen, and he represents Puerto Rico, El Gallo de Doral, right? He's doing this thing, man.
Okay, yeah. All right, man. I'm just saying. Hey, listen, I ain't gonna hate on him, but man, you know, it's kind of hard to claim something you're not, but okay, I guess.
I like him. I like Jake a lot. I mean,
hey, man, but Calvin asked about Mayer versus Price, man, and that big statement he put in there, man. I think that's a tremendous fight. I think it needs to happen. They need to go for undisputed. I think that's a 50-50 fight, to be honest with you. Price can fight, bro. But Mayer just ain't going to walk through her, So, yeah, I think it's a great fight, and I think it needs to happen next. I think, by the way, shout out to Kevin Newman, man. He got a unanimous decision last night.
Yeah, that's my fault. I'm just trying to my figure spring still going off. I mean, I want Kevin to get a break too, man. Shout out to Kev. I would like to see him fight. He wants Plant. He wants somebody. He wanted Berlanga at one point. He can't get a break at 168. I don't know why. There's a lot of smoke at 168. McCumbee, Steven Nelson. He needs to try to get one of those guys and maybe catch a break. It's tough, man. Being a boxer is very tough, and that's kind of why this whole thing that Turkey got going on, where if you're ranked here, you're gonna fight this guy. That's where we need that, because the commissions is like, hey.
In a crazy way, I think if he can somehow get Gabe Rosado, I know Gabe Rosado has a lot of losses, but his name, I believe if Kevin can get that, his name can explode a little bit out there and maybe get some of these fights. That'd be cool.
No, I mean, listen, at the end of the day, Gabe may have a lot of losses, but he has a successful podcast. He's very popular. He lays it out on the line. And people like him. I mean, at the end of the day, if he can go out and beat Gabe, that will be a big win for him. Just on the social media aspect, and people actually watch him. So I'm definitely with you on that. Angry Mexican said, "Did you talk to Zepeda versus Farmer?" I missed the fights last night. I don't know if Connor, did you watch Zepeda and Farmer last night?
Yeah, I did.
What'd you think about it?
Man, that was a great fight. That might have been one of the most entertaining fights of the night, man. That was a war from start to finish, man. Zepeda did start out faster than he did the first time they fought. Farmer hurt his hand and his elbow, and everybody thought that was going to be it for him, and that was early in the fight. Farmer said, man, we're going to fight. I watching when he told his corner, man, we're going to fight. Man, we already here. So he fought through that adversity, man. He made the fight a little bit closer. Yes, I had Zepeda winning at the end of the day. So no robbery or nothing like that. Zepeda deserved to win. But Farmer showed a lot of grit, determination, and heart and made a fight out of it, Norms. He was scrapping with Zepeda, man. And we all know Zepeda has that high volume. Farmer was standing up to all of that, man, and giving him some two pieces of his own, man, and landing some nice little uppercuts and hooks. And bro, that was a tremendous fight, man. That's a must watch, man, if you didn't watch it, man. But shout out to Zepeda for getting that W, man. He did earn it. He won it.
Where does Zepeda go from now?
Man, maybe unified. I mean, shit, I like to see him against Shakur if the Tank fight don't happen. But it's looking like Shakur is wanting to give Lamont Roach a shot if Tank don't give him a rematch. So I don't know. Like,
listen, Shakur just wants a big fight, like a big high-profile fight, bro. I mean, everybody's been waiting for the Zepeda fight forever. I feel like it's never gonna happen. You know what I mean? But Shakur, to be honest, is looking for that big fight. Zepeda, is that a huge fight? It's a fight that everybody wants to see. Of course, Teofimo's a bigger fight. Shakur said he might go to 140 to get some of the smoke up there. To be honest, man, Zepeda at 130 was 135. It would be nice to see him fight Shakur, but a lot of people feel like he's running from Shakur. So, I mean, what do you think about that? People saying he's scared of him.
I don't know that the fighters are scared of each other
or avoiding him.
I think they're more so not sure of themselves, and maybe the scare part is the scared of the result.
Yes, I agree with that.
You know what I'm saying? Now, the angry Mexican, I'm glad you brought that up. I'm glad you brought this up, man. Respect the farmer. Tank ducked him for years. And I'm going to tell you something, man. I'm going to tell you something. Back then, I thought Farmer had no chance against Tank.
Really?
But after seeing everything that has unfolded through the years, I'm pretty convinced that I'm pretty convinced Farmer would have beat him back then. Norbs. And the reason I say that is because Tank is like a Tyson, right? Once you show him you're not scared of him, he's got nothing. Lamont Rose showed no fear, which is why he fared so well against him. Farmer would show no fear, which I believe would have gave him a good shot at beating him, man. It sounds crazy now, but hindsight, looking back at it, I'm like, damn, man, maybe that's why Tank didn't fight him, because Farmer, he was on his neck. He was not showing no fear. He was letting them know, I'm here. Let's get it. I want the smoke. So maybe that's what pushed Tank away from that fight. I don't know.
I mean, listen, listen, I get on Tank all the time for Tank doesn't, he brings guys up from 126, Santa Cruz. He brings guys down and drains them, Barrios. And there's a lot of people at 135 he could afford. You're right. He could afford Tio. He could afford Devin. There's a lot. There's a lot of guys that he could afford. So I'm definitely with you on that. And who knows? Maybe Farmer would have been successful with him. Maybe there's a reason he didn't step in front of him. Because I guarantee you, if he felt like it was a gimme fight, he probably would have took it. To be honest with you. Where does Farmer go from there? Huh?
I like the angry Mexican. I'm agreeing with him a lot here on this damn live right here. Because I agree with him. Shakur without class of Peter. Yes, I agree. Now, what was your question? I agree with the Mexican, bro.
No, I'm with you. Listen, Shakur is different. You know who I do want to see go up to 135 again now, hopefully healthy, is Navarrete. I'm a big Navarrete guy. I love Navarrete. He just looks like that guy where you go down a block and he's at the bar just hanging out. He got the cowboy hat on, a few beers, doesn't look in shape, but he's a dog. And I want to see him at 135 healthy. When it's fight at 135 last time, he said he had wrist surgery, had a damaged tendon, and he feels better now. I want to see him go up. I'd like to see Navarrete possibly get somebody like a Shakur. I'd like to see it because I feel like Navarrete is going to be on his ass. Maybe similar to like a Chino Maidana type of fight. I don't know, but I want to see some of these guys. I think Navarrete is somebody that nobody talks about. How do you feel about Navarrete?
I like Navarrete a lot. I've seen him in person before. Like, I've been to his fights before, man. It's amazing to watch it in person rather than TV, because you really get the appreciation of the weird angles he throws these punches and the pop that's behind him. Because when you're in the stadium, you really get to hear it. He's a fighter. He's a fighter's fighter, man, for sure, man. Hey, I want to ask you something, Norbs.
Yeah, what's up?
Because I want to know if I'm bugging or not. What's your thoughts on Xander Zayas? What are your thoughts on Xander Zayas?
I feel like and let's be honest, and I know I love my Puerto Rican people, right? But he dodged the bullet by not fighting Virgil Ortiz at Riyadh. I'm going to be honest with you. I think Virgil is the best 154-pound fighter by far. I think that guy's a monster. I like Xander. I want to see him be successful. He's very young. I know they're talking about him fighting Fundora. You know what I'm saying? It's a tough fight for him, you know what I mean? But, when you're Puerto Rican, and you said this before, we expect greatness. We want great. And everybody's looking at Xander like, okay, we've seen what you did against these guys. What are you going to do in a division that's loaded? You got Charlo. You got Virgil. You got Madrimov. You got the guy that just destroyed Tim Tszyu. You got Tim Tszyu. He's in a really bad situation in the sense where there's not a lot of gimme fights. But I do love the fact that he wants a big fight. But does he beat Fundora? You know what I'm saying? I think he has a better shot of beating Fundora than he does Virgil Ortiz, to be honest with you.
I agree with that.
But that division is stacked, man. It's a very tough division. I know I'm missing some names. Does he beat a Tim Tszyu? I don't know. It's a very, very tough division. And if he was at 147, I'd be like, you got just boots and you got
Brian Norman.
Yeah, Brian Norman. But at 154, he has one of the biggest, and maybe in the history of Puerto Rican fighters, he has one of the toughest divisions to be successful in at 154. So I don't know, man.
I don't like the 154 being talked about without mentioning Charles Conwell.
I'm sorry. I apologize. Shout out to Charles Conwell. I apologize. That's what I'm saying. Like,
yeah, not gonna allow that. We got to get Charles Conwell. I'm giving him his flowers.
The boogeyman.
See, that's what I'm saying, man. And people thought I was hating because I have a similar thought to that. I said, you know what? If he's ever to become a champion, Fundora might be the route to go.
Yeah.
I don't believe he beats nobody else. I don't believe he beats any of the other guys.
That's what I'm Bohacek. Oh my God.
And that's, I guess that's considered hate too, Norris, but it's just me being honest with what I see, man. I mean, that is a loaded division, man. And I want him to succeed. I want him to do well.
Yeah, me too.
I do.
It's me too.
But
I almost want him to go to 160. Be like, just go to 160. Avoid these guys at 154. Bro,
right?
He still got Jamel. Bakram. Bro, I'm scared of Bakram. Did you see what he did to Tim Tszyu? Bro, yeah. I was sitting there, I'm like, who is this guy? Where did he come from? He's like the real life, what's the guy, the Russian guy in Rocky?
Terminator. Oh, shit, yeah. Drago.
I was talking to my dad about this the other day. My dad is, all Puerto Rico. Nah, Xander, this. And I'm like, Pops, 154 is not the division to experiment in. It is very, very scary. Fundora may be the only one that I'm with you, that I feel like maybe he could get away with, but that's a 6'6" guy. He likes to fight. And that's not an easy fight either. It's really not. Do I think Xander could beat him? Maybe. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not going to sit. Keith Thurman's there. 154. I mean, if he decides to really continue to fight, it's just too much smoke in one division, bro. I'll tell you this. If Xander Zayas becomes unified at 154, he could arguably be the greatest Puerto Rican fighter of all time.
Right?
That's how crazy it is at 154, Cano. Like, has anybody else faced how deep 154 is? Ever. As a Puerto Rican fighter.
Carlos Ortiz back in the 50s and 60s, but that's
I mean, come on, bro. Bakram, I don't even know. Like, who's fighting him? Nobody's even calling that guy out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Carlos Ortiz Carlos Ortiz is a name that they don't mention a lot, man. That's to me the greatest Puerto Rican fighter ever.
Well, I'll tell you this.
But it's from a generation that these folks don't know nothing about. 60s.
So yeah. But I mean listen, to your point, if Xander were to unify at 154, bro, I mean,
hey, one of them gloves that signed up there is Carlos Ortiz.
Really? Dope.
Yes.
Dope. My man's historian. He knows every Puerto Rican fighter ever. But what would you do if you were Xander, since you bring up Xander, if you're his people? Do you go to 160?
I'd go to Fundora route first because I really do. I have a gut feeling that he can beat Fundora.
Yeah.
Beat Fundora and use that title as a bargaining chip going up to 160 and go to 160 because you're growing anyway. He's growing. He can make 160 easily.
I tell you this, and when he said he wanted Virgil Ortiz, I was looking like, Virgil he's a dog. With the way he broke down Maginov, I was looking at him like, oh my God, dog, like he's scary. 154 is definitely my favorite division right now. Like, it's insane.
Before y'all ask me about Charles Conwell and Virgil, they're both with De La Hoya, so I'm pretty sure he's gonna save that for like maybe a damn undisputed or unification bout. He's not gonna throw them against each other right now.
No,
both his fighters.
No. I still want some. Listen, again, they're gonna be selective. They want big fights, and that's a big fight. And Conwell is very underrated. He's starting to really hit people's radar now. Like you said, a lot of people aren't giving him credit, but again, where is he? Where is he, Cano? What division?
154.
I mean, listen. Where have you heard anything about Bakram when he's gonna fight again?
No,
bro. I haven't heard nothing. I don't think anybody wants that smoke, bro. When I see
got Keith Thurman beating Tszyu, man, after that beat down he suffered, man, you might be right, man. I don't know if Tszyu gonna be the same shit. That Drago, the real life Drago, put a beating on him, bro.
Bro, you know what was crazy? Let's get to that fight real quick. When I'm watching that fight, and I'm a big Tim Tszyu guy. I like Tim Tszyu a lot. Tim Tszyu came off of the cut versus Fandora, that, whatever. He was like, yo, I'm tough. I'm going to walk through this guy. And I've never seen anybody land the type of shots that he landed and then receive double the punishment right after. And I was just like, yo, where is this? Like, this guy, like, he didn't even like flinch. Like, I don't even think he bruised, bro. And I'm like, who is this guy? And bro, when he knocked down Tim Tszyu the first time, right? I was like, oh shit. Like, look at Zoo's face. Zoo's face was just like, and you seen after the fight, he said he didn't know what hit him. He doesn't even remember. He doesn't even remember what happened, bro. It kind of tells you how hard this guy hits.
Man, the Angry Mexican is bringing more names. I'm telling you,
Ramos. I mean, come on,
bro. That's division right there, man. The more names that keep popping up, the more we gotta say, bro. I don't think
get to 160.
Yeah,
I mean, it's too much smoke. And imagine if now think about this. Why do you think Boots didn't want to go to 154? He's like, I'll wait. What did he say? I'll unify at 147.
Smart man.
I mean, Cotto, think about it. He's like, no, I'll wait. People were talking about, you don't want to chase Bud. He's like, nah, I'm not going to 154. Bud got the hell out of 154. I'm going to get that check with Canelo and I'm retiring. There's too much smoke at 154. 38 years old. He would have not stood undefeated in that division. I'm sorry.
That Jesus Ramos Jr. that he's mentioning, I believe he should go to 160 as well.
What are they gonna do at 150? I mean, people have to start moving up. You know what I mean? I mean, let me ask you a question: does anybody have a chance of unifying in that division at 154?
I give the best chance I give is Conwell and Virgil. Those are the best odds for somebody that can unify. Those are the two names I would give you out of all of them names you mentioned.
Listen, Virgil looked good,
and that's not even a guarantee. That's just
no, bro. There's names that we're
to me they're the top two. To me they're the top two dogs to do it,
bro. We're forgetting, and there's probably names that we're forgetting Ghana right now. 150.
Oh, of course there is. Of course.
I mean, it's just scary. But to go back to what you were saying, I mean, listen, Xander, go to 160, man. Go dominate 160. Take the belt over Fundora. But you know what? The way he talks, I feel like if he beats Fundora, he's going to try to unify. He's going to try to be one of them ones.
I mean, yeah, 160 got Janabek and Adames, but those are two names compared to 20 names, at 154. 10 to 15 names at 154. Yeah. You can work your way around there, man. I think Jesus Ramos and Xander both would do better at 160 anyway, because I think they're bigger guys, and I think the weight would be better for them at 160. Not only just the competition, I just think they'll be more rejuvenated and more hydrated come fight night if they fight at 160. I really do, man. They're training themselves.
Are we in agreement that we're not going to see Boots move up to 154 anytime soon?
Yeah, we're in agreement. We are. Boots Ennis still had to. Hey, he's got problems at 147.
Yeah.
Brian Norman Jr., man, that's going to be a very interesting matchup.
I'd say Norman's going to fight Barrios next. I think he beats Barrios, and then. But you know what's crazy when it comes to Boots, though. Speaking on Boots, he's trying to be a superstar. He needs a big win. I wouldn't be surprised if he goes and fights a Teofimo or even a Ryan Garcia early next year, just for the name recognition, because I don't see him going up to 154. I think he's going to stay at 147 for a while. And to be honest, and listen, this is being real. It's his best move. There's less competition at 147, man. He can take some of those guys smaller, but how long can he make 147?
That's the question.
Yeah, I mean, he's gonna have to make a decision soon. His team, but you could tell, they're like, bro, forget about Virgil at 154, because that's who everybody wants to see him fight. You know what I mean? It's just too many dogs. Angry Mexicans, Norman gets in Boots' chest will be interesting. Who do you got winning that fight between Boots and Brian Norman Jr.?
That's a 50-50 fight. I'd pick Boots, but not confidently. Not confidently, because Brian Norman got so much power that if he cracks Boots, that could change the whole fight. That could change the whole fight. I don't see a lot of people are not going to stand to that power Norman's throwing. That's the one thing that I think is undervalued and underrated about Norman. When he cracks you, he really, really cracks you, Norbs. What are you going to do when he cracks you? How are you going to react? That's going to tell us everything, you know. But if Boots can box him, and fight him mid-range to outside, I'll pick Boots. If Norman is able to get in the mid-range on in, he's got a shot. So it's 50-50. Just who's going to come with a better game plan? Who's going to execute their game plan the better?
Now, Norman unifies. Does he go up to 154, or did he stay at 147? I mean, listen. I think the eye candy everybody's gonna look at is Ryan. I'm gonna be honest with you. If Ryan goes to 147, because it'll make sense to stay there, because I feel like he'll make it a big enough fight, at least payday wise for some of these guys. You know what I mean? But I feel like Ryan,
Devin's going to 147 as well.
He is, but I'm gonna be honest, man. I think Devin can be successful at 147, but you know, there's a lot of questions you got to answer with Devin right now. His punch resistance. How did he respond to what transpired between him and Ryan last year? So I think there's too many questions to answer. And
it's just another name, though, is what I'm saying. I'm just throwing you some more names that are going into the division.
Yeah, I think Teofimo goes there as well. I think he goes up to 147. I mean, but I don't know, man. I don't know. I appreciate we got about 200 people in here. I appreciate everybody that's rocking out with me and my guy Kano. Make sure y'all sign up to the channel. What's your channel? Let them know. Hold on.
Kano Local TV, just like you see it spelled.
Somebody said it is close, but Norman has some bad habits versus a Boots or even a Ryan with good timing. They're going to crack Norman lunging in. What do you feel about
possibility? Yeah. Possibility, man. I mean, that's what I'm saying. That's why I say it's a 50-50 fight, man. Blair Cobbs at 147. Edgar Berlanga 160. Oh my gosh.
I don't even want to read this comment. I'm gonna let you read it real quick.
Edgar Berlanga 168. Sayas will beat Fundura and then fight Ramos. Undercard for Berlanga and Plant 2026. Now I do want to see Berlanga against Caleb Plant. I must get that. I must get that. And to be honest with you, bro, I'm thinking Berlanga to beat Plant.
What the fuck you gonna do?
Please answer that. Please. What? We didn't even. First of all, you didn't even finish the sentence. Edgar Berlanga 160 is the face of boxing. Come on, Steven. You're definitely from Puerto Rico or Bushwick Projects. It has to be either one, because there's no way you're gonna say that. You got him beating Caleb Plant, really?
I do, man. Yeah, man. Caleb Plant to me is, yeah. I don't know why they got him so high on a pedestal. I think he's a B- fighter.
So where do you put Edgar? You put him above a B- fighter?
I say he's a B+, enough to beat Caleb.
Oof, I'm not gonna lie to you. I think Caleb kind of just beats him clearly. I'm not gonna lie to you. I mean,
I think Berlanga beats Plant. I think Kevin Newman beats Plant. Well, I know for a fact Kevin will beat Plant. I know for a fact.
You're not too high on Plant. I am. I like Plant. I think Caleb Plant is a dog. I'm not gonna lie. I think I feel like his two losses are what? Canelo and Benavidez, right? Of course, we already know about Canelo. And Benavidez is a weight bully. He's a big guy.
What do we know about Canelo? You might know about Canelo. I don't know nothing about Canelo.
He's a great fighter. I mean, come on. I mean, to have those two losses on your resume, that's pretty big. I mean, he's not no slouch. He was a champion at 168, something that Edgar was not, being honest. And shout out to Blair the Flair Cobbs. He's at 147 as well. I don't know why we forgot to mention him, but I love Blair the Flair, by the way. I mean,
you don't think Berlanga beats Plant?
No, I don't. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't think he beats any of the big cats at 168. I really believe that they've done a great job, Kevin Connolly and them, of getting him the Canelo fight without putting him in any danger. To be honest with you, I don't think he beats Charlo. I don't think he beats Munguia. I don't think he beats Billy, I don't think he. I mean, I would love to see him fight McCumbee. I don't know if he beats McCumbee. To be honest with you.
Oh man, stop it, bro. Stop it.
Just being real with you. I don't have that much belief in Edgar Berlanga. I'm not gonna lie to you.
His dad was mad at me. Shit, he need to be madder at you than me.
I get hit up all the time.
I'm not going that damn far, bro.
I don't think listen, a lot of the people that are behind Berlanga, I know them from growing up. So I get it all the time in my inbox, like, man, you don't like. I think Edgar's a good kid. I want him to be successful. I cannot lie to the people though. I don't believe he beats any of these guys. I just don't.
Wow.
No, I'm sorry. I mean, you threw a parade after you went 12 rounds with Canelo on a loss. It kind of shows you where the head is at. Like, it's like, are we serious right now? You know, I mean, do I think he could crack? Yes. Do I think he's a very big guy? Absolutely. Do I think he has the skill set to beat somebody like a Caleb Plant, Jermell Charlo? No, I don't. I just don't. He has a puncher's chance, yes. But 12 rounds against those guys, no.
I don't see what you see in Caleb. That's the problem. I don't see Caleb making it to the 12th round.
What do you think that Edgar? Do you think Edgar's going to be able to pressure him enough and land enough for him? I mean, he doesn't put his punches together.
Okay, he doesn't have to really do all that because Caleb lets himself get beat anyway. He gasses out in the second half of the fight. What's going to happen then? He's not making it to the bell. He's not going to make it to the bell. All that you got to do is just box him and keep boxing him to the second half. It ain't like Caleb can hurt him. He ain't going to be able to hurt him. Second half, Caleb starts gassing out, and guess what? Night.
I mean, so you don't think Edgar is gonna gasses out late rounds? Do you think Edgar?
He went 12 with Canelo. He didn't look like
he was on the ropes most of the fight. He wasn't even trying to fight Canelo till later. Like, come on,
stop, bro. He looked way better than Charlo did. He did a lot better than Charlo did against Canelo.
Charlo's 154 going up to 168. Come on, this guy's walking around at 200 and some pounds.
I knew he was going to have a spat somewhere in his life.
He's a big guy. Listen. I'm just going to say this about Edgar, man. I want him to win. He's a Puerto Rican fighter. I just don't put him in the same class as the other great Puerto Rican fighters.
Caleb Plant. This man said Caleb fucking Plant. Caleb Plant?
Caleb Plant beats him. Yes.
Unbelievable.
I think he beats him clearly.
Caleb Plant. Oh my God.
You got Berlanga beating Caleb Plant? Seriously?
I do. I believe Kevin Newman knocks him out.
Knocks out Caleb?
Yes.
Man, you really don't believe in Caleb Plant.
I do not.
Okay, who wins between Kevin and Edgar?
I got Kevin Newman, bro.
No, stop the hate. Edgar will beat all those names. He is dedicated, hungry, and will turn you into a fan soon. I hope he does, Steven. I hope he does. I truly, really hope he does. I think this is my boy, my boy from Brooklyn. I hope he does. I just don't see it. I'm not gonna lie to you. And if he goes to 175, even worse for him. He doesn't beat Bivol. He doesn't beat any of those. I don't think he beats Callum Smith. I'm just being real, bro. I'm just being real.
Oh my God, no, you done went too far.
I'm just telling you, he doesn't beat these guys.
You done went too far. This man has said McCumbee, Callum Smith. Oh my God.
Why did he take McCumbee? He fought Manteca. Literally Manteca, butter. That's what he fought.
Do you even know the whole reason for that? Because he didn't want that fight.
Please. I heard rumors. He wanted to fight in Puerto Rico. He pretty much outpriced himself. He believes he could sell 700,000 pay-per-views against Munguia. I mean, I don't know, man. I'm not sure. He has the most first-round knockouts in boxing. Oh my God, here we go.
No, he does not. But he does have a garbage gas tank. That's all I'm saying.
He said, I gave Plant 4 to 5 rounds versus Benavidez, but he does have a garbage gas tank against guys that can put that type of pressure on him. Berlanga doesn't put that type of pressure on people, guys. I'm sorry. He just doesn't. Just being honest. He gets out the first round, he's going to box his socks off, bro. Just being real. I'm a big Caleb Plant fan.
I don't know why.
Huh?
Is it possible?
Is it possible that Berlanga can win that fight?
Why are you gay?
Oh, I didn't mean that one. I mean, listen, when it happens, we can have a little side bet. You know what I mean? You know, I guarantee.
For sure, man.
I guarantee.
If we pick the same fights, man, it would be no fun. So, you know.
Yeah. But, you know, I know you got a lot of things to do. I just wanted to thank everybody for tuning in today. The channel's growing. It's about 200 people in here right now. Appreciate everybody tuned in. This is my guy, Kano. Damn, we went over an hour. I didn't realize that. I'll be back on tomorrow, my usual time, Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. I go live at 10 a.m. with Christine. Shout out to Christine.
Shout out to Christine.
Yeah, that's my girl. That's my girl, man. Tune in. I think when's your show live again? I know it's Saturdays. When else?
Saturdays at 4 p.m. That's when I go live. That's the only day I schedule.
Kano, we need more of you, Kano. We need more of you on here. I want to make Kano's show, but Kano doesn't do anything until freaking at nighttime, and I'll be busy at that time.
Yeah, we'll figure something out, man, for down the road, man. We'll figure something out, man. Man, hey, how did you hook up with Christine? Because, man, I've been knowing her for years, bro.
Honestly, bro, online, people have been hitting me up. They've been liking the content. I've seen something that she did. I hit her up. I bring her on the show. Huh?
You know what's crazy, man? I actually had her on my old channel before she was even doing Twitter, YouTube, and all that. I had her on my platform, man.
Yeah, she's crazy. Dope. You know the shit. She's a coach. You know, she's a trainer to one of the champions, chicken right now. You know, she bro. You know, like a lot of people downplay women in sports, shit like that, but she knows her shit, dog. Like she's really lit.
Yeah, she knows her shit, man, and she's a cool person too, man. I don't know why she gets a lot of hate for no reason, bro.
She's a woman. I mean, think about it. Listen, at the end of the day, it is what it is, man. But she's great at what she does, you know. And I mean, if you hating, you hating. You know what I mean? It is what it is. But you know, we ended up doing a show. It was really good chemistry. She wanted to continue to work, and I was like, "Yo, I like the chemistry. Let's make it happen." And we just from there, man. But she's awesome.
I think I owe her an appearance myself, man. I might have to work again.
Pull up, man. I mean, like I said, we do that. I know she does Women Wednesdays. She has shows on Wednesday nights with all the girls. But yeah, man, just hit her up. I know you was on that live that time. That's why I had to blow up the Edgar Berlanga thing. She's not a big Edgar Berlanga fan either. Just let you know.
I'm not either, man. But you know, like I said, man, I don't hate him. I wish him well, but
I don't hate him either. That people think I'm a hater. I don't hate him. I just don't believe in him as much as other people do. I'm just being honest. I wish he was better than what he was because I think he has every attribute to be a star outside of the boxing acumen of it. Just being honest. You know, and maybe if he didn't get in love with the knockout, he'd be in a better position right now, like you said. But you know, on that note, man, I'm gonna let you rock out, man. Let them know where they can find you, Kano. Give them all of that info.
Kano Local TV, man, on YouTube. Kano Local Sports on Twitter or X and Instagram. Kano Local Sports on TikTok. But on YouTube, it is Kano Local TV. As you see, let me see. Just like that, Kano Local TV.
I don't know why you got a Puerto Rican flag, guys. He is Dominican, but you know he loves the Puerto Rican culture. So,
man, my goodness, stop it, man. Don't make me get the Puerto Rican do rag out, all right?
Oh, not the do rag with the beads. You got the beads and everything. You ready to go?
Yeah. You already know what it is, man.
Oh,
hey, man, I appreciate you having me on, man.
We gotta do this again, man. Appreciate you, bro.
No doubt. Appreciate you.
That was my guy, Kano Local. Make sure y'all tune into him. He's a good dude. Knows his boxing stuff. I'll be back tomorrow on my regular scheduled day, Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. We go live with Christine at 10 a.m. We're going to be talking boxing all week. I appreciate everybody that's been tuning in. Let's continue to grow the channel. Let's continue to make history. The takeover's here, just like Edgar says, right? It's your boy Norbs, and I am out of here. We are out.